Guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over an email that was sent from a subscriber. And guys, this is a great story about a guy who definitely has some challenges in life that are not his fault, okay? He was born with these challenges, and he is doing what he can to really overcome different things he has in life. And it's great. You know, nothing puts a smile on my face than seeing somebody on their purpose, really trying to improve themselves, especially someone, don't make a difference who it is, that definitely has some obstacles in life. They have some challenges, but regardless of those challenges, are doing the best they can to make things better for themselves, to improve themselves in all areas of their lives. Okay, I will, for me as a personal trainer, because that's what my day job. When I get clients that are obviously struggling, but they'll really work hard to improve themselves and do what they can, I'll move mountains to help them out. On the other hand, for those people in life that do nothing but sit on their fat asses and complain that they're overweight, or they don't make enough money, or they don't have the type of friends they want to have, or they're treated with disrespect by people, or a whole laundry list of issues that they do nothing but complain about, but aren't willing to take any action, I got zero tolerance for that bullshit. None. I do not feel sorry for anybody like that, okay? Because everybody has the ability to make changes in their lives for the better, okay? Everybody does. And so if you are an average guy and you don't have any kind of challenges that you were born with or anything like that, and you're not willing to do anything, meanwhile people that are born with challenges and are still overcoming them and doing the best they can, you got no fucking excuse, okay? So I'm going to go through this guy's story here. It's really great to hear this. I got this actually this morning, but I was so happy to hear this. I bumped this up because that's how it put a big smile on my face hearing this. So it starts off, "Hi there, SSM. I've been following you for a while and appreciate what you do for young men such as myself. Thanks for the support, brother. A little bit about myself. I am a 20-year-old male with ASD, specifically Ausbergers Syndrome. I am also obese, working on losing fat while simultaneously chasing my powerlifting goals. In 2018, I weighed 140 kilograms at 6 feet tall, and I've never lifted weights before. Then in December 2018, I decided to start lifting weights, and I found something that I'm truly passionate about. I know the feeling, bro. As of now, I'm down to 120 kilograms with a slightly above average to average amount of muscle mass, but have a fair bit of fat to shred off still." So he said he began with being 140 kilograms. So I looked it up, and that's a little over 300 pounds. And he chiseled off 20 kilograms. That puts him about 265 pounds. So he's looking about close to 40 pounds in whatever time frame that he did this. That's awesome. Congratulations, bro. That is awesome. Good for you. And in the process of doing that, he discovered that he loves lifting weights. That's awesome. Guys, I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but when I was 10, 11, and 12 years old, mainly 11 years old, I was chubby for a while. My family moved from California to Pennsylvania, and I really didn't handle it well. I discovered, obviously, I got depressed and all that and just had nothing else to do, so I sat around, ate Doritos, and watched cartoons when I was 10 years old, and I gained a bunch of weight, and I was miserable. And one day in gym class, we had to do like a pull-up test and a sit-up test, and I couldn't do them, and girls were watching me, and I could barely do 2 freaking pull-ups, and I was humiliated. But I had an older cousin that had a weight set, and he showed me some exercises, and I started lifting weights. I started riding my bike and all that, and thanks to puberty, where I went from being like 5 feet tall to 5'10" in 1 year, from like 12 years old to 13, boom. I stretched out, that body fat was gone, and that love for lifting weights has gone on my entire life. So good for this guy. He found something he's passionate about. He goes on, "I also have put my bachelor's degree of sports and exercise science on hold for now so I can focus on short-term employment and start saving as well as investing." Well, that's great. You're saving money and you're going to grow it in the investments. Awesome. All guys should be doing what they can to cut corners in a good way to save money and grow it, because money is freedom. The more money you got, you can sleep better at night knowing that if shit happens, and it always will at some point, you got reserves to take care of yourself. Or if you are married, because plenty of you guys that watch me are, you got reserves for you and your family. You got to have that. I don't know about the whole putting the bachelor's degree on hold thing. I think you should definitely be at least doing something with that, but do it at your own pace. But just if that's something you're passionate about, definitely go back to it. But see if you can juggle going to school at least part of the time and working and saving that money. At least you're on that path doing both. He says, I've never been highly sociable due to my ASD, and I have mentors in my life that have helped me learn more social skills and have now no issues whatsoever approaching anyone in any place, whether it be people at the social beach volleyball events that I attend, at my local coffee shop, the gym, or on campus. Sweet, dude. Really thank those people that have helped you out. Years ago, 12, 13 years ago, girlfriend of mine, she worked with this dude who, super smart guy, but he had social issues, and I believe he had Ausbergers as well. This guy was so intelligent. This guy had multiple degrees. This guy could just absorb information like a sponge, but he was socially awkward and shy and didn't understand social norms and behavior and things like that. And my girlfriend, who was very kind, really tried to help him out. She would invite him, like when people would go out for drinks after work, she would invite him out and all that. She was an attorney, and so was he. They worked for the government. And she was able to help him be more comfortable in a social setting. And other people saw that he was a good guy. And after a few years, he was a totally different person. So that's awesome. That shyness due to Ausbergers and all that, and everybody's different. There's always a different case. It can be overcome. So good for you. He says, during this journey of self-improvement, I discovered the importance of people you surround yourself with which highly reflects on you as a person. 100%. We are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. So choose the people you spend time with very carefully, guys. I always got hit up on social media by those people that I used to go to school with, asking that I would go to house parties, get drunk, or binge on food, and throughout my entire teenage years, I was a doormat and a people pleaser. I never had the money to buy expensive things to show off, a fancy car to drive, and was always guilt-tripped and wasn't perceived as acceptable. That sucks, man, and never ever waste a moment of your time. This is to the guy who wrote this and any of the other guys watching this. Never waste your time with people who don't treat you like you're worth being there, okay? If anybody treats you like, you're just this guy hanging out with them, and they don't really care, fuck them. It's better to be alone on your own, doing your own thing, than having half-ass friends you can't trust and treat you like just a second-class citizen. Life's too short. Gotta have some self-respect there. He says, now I realize that you have to be happy with yourself and that you should never exist to please others. Absolutely. I believe that having ASD was a gift to me as I am more introverted and don't fall for these social pressures as easily. Yeah, man, I'm actually, in spite of me here talking on the camera every day, I'm more of an introvert. Now, don't get me wrong. You could put me in any setting with anybody. You could drop me off anywhere around the world, and as long as somebody speaks English, I can pretty much strike up conversations with anybody and enjoy myself and have a good time. Okay, you put me in any social setting, no problem. However, I'm naturally a loner, and I like to keep to myself and do my own thing. I enjoy being sociable with my friends and all that, but I need my time. And so when you're introverted, you honestly don't give a shit a lot of the time if you are out socializing and all that. But there are some people that the extroverts, they got to be around people all the time, and they can't function right if they don't constantly have something to do and people around them, So if you don't care, then hey, that's good. That way you won't waste your time being around people and half-assed friendships when you're just as good being on your own. He says, I used to be a pushover for my separated parents, having to take my brother with cerebral palsy to school when my dad decided to get drunk, and always take him to my mother because she was too lazy to pick him up. Not now, though. As much as I love my brother, it enables that bad behavior. Yeah. What I'm liking about this guy is that he is owning up to mistakes he's made. You can't improve yourselves, guys, until you take a good hard look at yourself and are honest and say and really pick out your shortcomings to what you got to improve on, okay? You have to do that. A lot of people are in denial and don't want to do that, but until you are able to actually do that and put your pride aside and say, this I got to fix. This thing about me is causing me problems with my goals, with people, with my job, and I got to improve on this. Until you do that, you're not going to improve. He says, financially, I'm doing much better. My savings to spending ratio is through the roof, as my expenses are low as they possibly can be. I have a few $1,000s in an emergency fund, a high interest saver, and have created an EMF portfolio. Sweet. Most 20-year-olds don't do this, and that's awesome. Really, really good, man. Again, cut corners where you can, only spend what you got to spend, because understand this, the younger you are and the earlier you are in life and you put away money and you invest it right and you grow it, that's just going to grow through over the decades, okay? That means later on in life, not only will you have the pride and the proud feeling that you have wealth and you're growing it, and that will mean later in life, you want to retire early or whatever it happens to be, you got the money, okay? Having money makes all the difference. For you guys that are watching this now that obviously have been smart with money, or you've changed your life around where you now are being smart with money and you have access to the funds, I guarantee you guys feel a hell of a lot better when you go to sleep at night knowing, again, like if something goes wrong, you got the cash. Really good, man. Thanks to your videos and my mentors that helped me, I am now in a place where I never thought I would be and know my value and will not tolerate anything that affects my life negatively. I know this was a long email and I thank you for taking the time to read it. I hope it helps a lot more young men that can take something from this. Feel free to feature on YouTube if you desire. Well, that's great, brother. I'm really proud of you for getting your shit together and really looking at yourself and saying, I got to fix this, this, and this. That's awesome. About the whole weight loss thing, I know obviously from what you wrote, you have ways to go. So what I would suggest, you're now at 120 kilos. So what I'd recommend is make your next goal to get to 115 kilos. When you get there, kilograms, when you get there, awesome. Okay, you achieved another little goal. It's all about the little goals. You get to 115 kilograms, then make it down to 110 and continue in small increments until you get where you want to be. So keep hitting the gym, do your cardio, do your powerlifting because you enjoy that. And notice, I'm sure this guy's well aware of him going to the gym and working out and doing the powerlifting and all that. It's not work for him because he enjoys it. So he's not going to have a problem getting where he wants to be physically because he enjoys it. So good for you. So keep doing the training. Be patient. Understand that the first 20 kilograms that you lost will be a lot easier than the next amount you want to lose, okay? Because obviously you were at a higher rate, over 300 pounds beforehand. So understand that it will take a little bit longer if you want to obviously do more, but keep grinding at it. You may have a few moments where you may feel like you plateau for a while. Just change things around in the gym, the different type of exercises you do. But your diet obviously is extremely important. You got to eat clean, healthy food. Absolutely minimize alcohol and junk food and all that bullshit. It not only does that make you stay overweight, but also it's poisoning your insides. You don't need that shit. Every once in a while, that's one thing, a little treat. But I found for me, I eat healthy a vast majority of the time. I would say at the least 85% to 90% of the time. If I ever went a few days, like around the Super Bowl that weekend, I was having like a lot of junk food, I must admit. By about the end of the second night, I felt like shit. I then spent 2 days literally having a cleanse, a lot of fruit and vegetables and things like that. So make sure you're good with the diet and all that, okay? Be very good with the eating and you'll get where you want to be. And then it's all about maintenance. As for the money thing, keep saving your money, invest it, grow it, all that, awesome. With the friends and the people in your social circle, yeah, don't tolerate any shit. Only be with people that want to be around you, that treat you well with respect, people that have your back. Since you're a natural introvert like me, you're gonna have no problem with a attitude of like, hey, if you're not treating me well, fuck you, I'm on my own. So that's really good. That introverted personality will help you in this area. And with regards to school, if that's something you're passionate about, I would recommend maybe at the very least, I know right now you're working and saving money, at least going back to school part-time so you're still on that path. You're getting close to your goal for the bachelor's in exercise science and all that. So, but aside from that, dude, just keep doing what you're doing. That is awesome. And guys that are watching this right now, if you are in a place in your life that you need to improve a lot of things, you're being honest with yourself, take a good look at everything, write all down, and start taking action, okay? And you don't have to achieve all these goals by tomorrow. Understand in time you'll get there, and just find a way to do small little steps to get you where you want to go, and you will get there, because at the end of the day, guys, time is going to pass anyway. So you might as well be using that time to get where you want to be, okay? Even if it takes 5 years, 10 years, who cares? that time's going to pass anyway. You might as well be on that path, getting to where you want to be. And you'll be so happy you're doing it. And even if you're years away from getting where you want to be in life, whatever goal that is, or multiple goals, you'll feel good knowing you're on the path. You'll feel good seeing the progress you're making, even if it's slow. So anyway, guys, that was a great story, a great email. I really appreciate the guy sending it to me. Help motivate you guys to get you to be where you want to be. So, all right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Be sure to give this guy congratulations. I know he's going to read it, so he definitely could use the motivation and help. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.